is on the case.
Do you ever get the feeling that just maybe you're being watched? Even on a spring day, you feel it around this ordinary-looking house on the North York moors. Because it's been rigged from top to bottom with cameras. But owner Robert Fuller isn't scared of intruders. He's using all this CCTV to spy on his neighbours. His furred and feathered neighbours. Now, when people talk about watching the wildlife in their gardens, this is not the usual setup. Normally it's a bird table with a few nuts and seeds on it. How on earth have you got all this set up here?
Yeah, we've got a little bit carried away over the years, basically. So we've got barn owls, tawny owls, kestrels.
I can see here vole camera, weasel camera, and this is all within your garden?
Yeah, all within the garden or within 100 metres of here. It's absolutely fascinating because we're actually watching individual animals. The male kestrel has been with us 10 years, and he's actually got 2 female kestrels this year. Yeah, so he's got 1 on 3 eggs and he's courting another one at the moment.
And that's her up there?
Yeah, it's like a wildlife soap opera out there. It's compulsive viewing.
There's a lot of love going on out there.
There is, yeah. We don't watch normal television anymore. This is far, far better.
On top of all those tellies, Robert's got more than 30 cameras covering all the action. The whole thing has cost him several £1,000s, a bit beyond the means of most animal lovers, I would have thought. If I was going to set something like this up at home, how would I do it?
There's so much on the market and it's so confusing, but a good trail camera, so these are motion operated. You just put these out where you think wildlife's going to pass by and start off with some, good security cameras is the way to go.
So they don't need to break the bank?
No, I mean, you can buy a decent camera for less than £100 and get it set up to your television and get going.
And today we're using one of those relatively cheap CCTV cameras to get a closer look at our loverboy kestrel. Remember, if you want to put your own wildlife camera in your garden, don't point it at a pavement, road or your neighbour's property, or you could be breaking the law. There's more info on the Countryfile website. And now the finishing touches. Robert's attaching dead prey to the table to keep the kestrel feeding for longer. So we're all settled now. The TV is all set up. We've got the camera coming from the garden onto the...
Here he comes.
Oh, he's in.
There.
Is it?
Look at
how quick that is. That is amazing. I cannot believe we've just set that up. In the time we've boiled the kettle and got a cup of tea...
He's in.
And it hasn't put him off the fact that his food is tethered down.
He likes it better if it's just a quick takeaway.
Oh, of course
and
he
he
does.
just comes in on the wing and just grabs and goes. He doesn't
We all
even
like a
land.
quick takeaway.
Yeah.
Did you expect that fast?
He's even quicker when they've got chicks. He'll come sometimes before I even got back into the house. He's in.
And he's away. That is unreal.
It's great, isn't it?
And we've got both of his females in the nests.
Yeah.
And so we can literally see where he's gone from the feeding.
Yeah.
And we can see where he's gone.
There he is.
He's up in the nest box.
So he's feeding the mistress first.
Straight up to the mistress. And already, that setup that was less than £100 has given me more than £100 worth of excitement. That is fantastic. While we're here, I want to go through some of the other footage you've got.
Well, we had a count up the other day. We've got 17,000 video clips.
17,000?
Yeah, so we've got a few...
I would like to be the guy that has to go through all that.
So this is like a real tender moment in between newly hatched kestrel chicks getting some of their first feeds.
Look how patient and delicate that is.
Yeah, well, they are predators, but when you see them feeding their own chicks, it's very precise. They're a little bit for you and a little bit for you, so it's really nice to see them with these, quite vulnerable little chicks and how they look after them. Now we've got this stoat dancing on ice. It plays in the water and it can't work out what on earth's gone on.
I'm going to get cold feet on that, trying to get through there. That really has confused him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Those 17,000 wildlife clips are a constant source of inspiration for Robert. Wow, look at this. Especially when he's busy with the day job, painting. how did you end up living in the countryside, deciding that painting was your calling and you was going to use 36 live cameras to be able to do it?
Yeah, well, I was very lucky. I was brought up on a farm not far away from here. My dad was keen on wildlife, managed a 1,000-acre farm, so I was just feral as a child. I was outside all the time and watching the wildlife, and that's how it started. And this is like a research tool for me, that I'm watching these animals 24/7, so I know the animals and birds inside out before I get to actually down to painting them.
You talk about understanding the animals, and you can really see that in these pictures. So you can see the weasel thinking.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how you capture that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you just tilt the head slightly, it makes it look a little bit more alert and interested in what's happening around it.
I can't help but notice a weasel has just appeared mid-interview here. Who is this?
Yes, this is Fidget. He's a weasel that I hand-reared last year, and he's become a studio weasel.
What is a studio weasel? I've never heard of a studio weasel. So
Well, people have house cats, don't they? I've got a studio weasel.
That is brilliant. So this was an orphan?
Yeah, basically, he'd been lost by his mother, and yeah, he's become my companion in the studio. He sleeps inside a walking sock.
And he seems pretty friendly.
Yeah, he's really friendly with me, but he's almost like a status dog, that he does bite virtually everyone apart from me.
Oh, really? So he sees you as friend and everyone else as foe?
Yeah, yeah.
So you paint, listening to the radio, looking at your videos here with a weasel for company.
That's right, yeah.
That is a way to make a living.